Hi, guys. I recently got a request from the USA to find and ship a white Lada 21013 sedan. The buyer wanted to give it to his father as a birthday gift, an exact replica of the car his father owned back in the USSR before the family immigrated to America. Because the car had to be as authentic as possible, we started the search in several regions of Russia. Eventually, we found a candidate in Nizhny Novgorod at a used car dealership. The price was almost 3 times higher than the usual market value for a Lada 21013, but since we were looking for a near-perfect survivor, I went to inspect it in person. This was a 1985 Lada 21013 1200S, equipped with a 1.2-liter engine. The inspection began with details, and that's where the problem started. Exterior. The first thing I noticed was a passenger-side door mirror, which these cars were never equipped with from the factory. Then I looked at the wheels. Yes, the tires were new, but all 4 wheels had wrong chrome hubcaps. They were from a Lada 2106. The correct 21013 caps do not have that black rubber center. Some of the lighting components were marked Made in Russia instead of Made in USSR, which instantly kills authenticity. If someone is asking old-timer level money, everything must match the era. Body-wise, the car looked good. Only minor cosmetic issues. Interior, the interior looked sharp and clean, mostly because it was black. Only a small tear on one door card. But then I saw something I absolutely disliked. The previous owner had installed carpet over the original rubber flooring. These Ladas came from the factory with rubber floors only, extremely practical and easy to wash. Carpet was not only out of place, but poorly installed, especially around the shifter and handbrake. They even used visible metal screws they didn't bother painting black to match the carpet color. The dashboard was in great condition with no cracks. Surprisingly, the car still had the factory socket for a repair lamp, a standard accessory included with every new Lada, along with the toolkit. The sun visors were brand new, meaning the originals didn't survive. The headliner was clean, and the rear bench looked almost unused, which is common for these cars. Underbody and engine bay. The underbody was solid and likely had never seen winter roads. The engine bay was clean, but the hood had modern, self-adhesive sound insulation, which is a no-go for an authentic restoration. Yes, it makes the car quieter somewhat, but this is a hobby vehicle. Originality matters. The radiator appeared original, the starter was new, and a disposable fuel filter before the mechanical pump has been installed. Trunk. Then came another surprise. The entire trunk was lined with black plastic panels from a Lada 2106. A real 21013 should have a bare metal trunk, no plastic at all. It looked nice, but again, it completely ruins authenticity. I also noticed that the trunk lid was missing the factory paint code sticker, which is typically destroyed when the trunk is used actively. The spare tire pocket was packed with sound-deadening material, and unlike later Ladas, the 21013 never had a faux leather cover over the spare tire. Conclusion. Overall, this Lada was full of optimizations, let's call it that. Whoever carried out the so-called restoration clearly wasn't familiar with early Lada details. Probably a younger person or someone who usually works on newer or foreign cars. I recorded a full walk-around and sent it to the buyer in the US. After reviewing everything, we decided to continue the search for a truly authentic example.
And there it was, a 1985 white Lada 21013. Great condition, one owner. The price tag? 160,000 rubles versus 480,000 rubles for the one I checked in Nizhny Novgorod. Amazing difference that was worth the 600-kilometer drive one way. The car had zero modifications, never mind the alloy rims, which is an easy fix. When I was examining the car and talking with the seller, his wife was all over the car, talking and even pretending to cry a little bit. I believe she was exaggerating, but not much. The owners were in their late 60s, so it means this car was with them pretty much most of their lives. They cherished that car. Its original mileage was only 85,000 kilometers, and that is from 1985. Can you imagine? From the time I stepped inside the garage and saw it in person, I knew she is the one. So we took it out of the garage. The car saw the snow for the first time in its life, and we started doing the paperwork. See how his trunk does not have plastic and the hood is bare metal inside? Told ya. Ha ha.
Since it was such a long drive and it became dark when we finished the paperwork, I decided to stay in their town overnight, so I booked a one-night apartment from a private owner. It was cheaper than a hotel. And here, I can show it to you, make a room tour, so to say. Pretty much, it is a typical daily rental apartment that one can find in every Russian town. Not talking about convenience or coziness here, just cheap and does the trick.
I headed out early morning, maybe 7 a.m., stopped after a few hours of driving to check how the straps hold and how my tires are doing. From what I could tell, everything was fine, so I continued on and came home late evening the same day. Got into the evening traffic. I parked the car at a gated parking not far from home and came to check on it the next day. Obviously, it needed a good wash and authentic rims, but first of all, I had to deregister it from traffic and get export plates. Then light service, oil change and such. As you watch this, the car happily lives in the U.S.